Society tells us to panic when we're 35 and unmarried, but I decided to stay seraphic.
Dorothy Cummings is the real thing. A serious young Catholic woman determined to remain true to her faith's moral teachings, no matter what. Convinced to turn her delightful blogs into a book, she gives voice to those, like her, who seek life partners amidst today's dating jungle. She writes with characteristic aplomb about the state of single blessedness, and advocates that young women stop worrying and learn to love the single life. Wise, funny, insightful and at times poignant, Seraphic Singles is a must-read for young Catholic women negotiating the fine balance between dating and faith.
Here I am, single and 35, and I've just myself become peaceful and seraphic about the whole idea. Well, why don't I write a blog about other single women so that single women around the world who want to read about people like themselves can read my blog. The idea of being seraphic to me meant that you were happy and peaceful about being single instead of being really anxious and bitter and worried about it all the time, like I had been for the past few years. Singleness is a state. Being seraphically single is a state of mind. I was divorced in my late 20s, or I guess my mid-20s, and I thought, oh, I'll probably meet somebody else and get married, you know, after I get my annulment, if I get my annulment. And I got my annulment, but I didn't get another husband. And I was thinking, why not? So, of course, I dated people, and I went on Catholic dating websites, and I didn't meet anyone, and I was feeling very upset about not having met anyone, especially as the years ticked on. But, of course, I was studying theology at the time, and one of the things about studying Christian theology is that you're encouraged to leave everything in the hands of God. So at 35, I decided, okay, I'm going to leave this all up to God because I'm tired of working on this. I'll let God take over, and meanwhile, I'm going to look for the things in my life right now that make me happy. Little girls dream of a palace and a handsome prince. But what if there is no palace? And what if the prince never comes? Originally, my blog was for women. It never occurred to me that single men would want to read my blog too, since it was all about girls and famous single women of the past. But then I discovered all kinds of single men were reading my blog too. So I won't say then that my book is just for women. Some girls start worrying about getting married from the age of 14 or 15, 16. They think, what if nobody marries me? And my answer to them is like, well, don't worry about it. You're much too young to worry about that. What you need to focus on right now is becoming yourself. But I think particularly women over 25 will want to read this book because it's women who over 25 who really start feeling the pressure to get married or to make a decision to become a nun or to link themselves to some form of vowed life. Well, the most enjoyable thing about blogging, as opposed to writing a book, is that you get a lot of instant feedback from your readers. So I have to say that in putting my blog together into a book, the part I most enjoyed was meeting the people who are helping me produce my blog as a book. The main themes of my book are loneliness, solitude, chastity, dating, romance, friendship, family, and faith. I really want to reach then women of faith who are feeling pressure to get married or to join a religious order and haven't met the right person yet or haven't met the right religious order yet. If you're not married by the time you're 35, that doesn't mean your life is a ruin.